Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 7, here on a lovely day after some football that was international. It's not what we like, but it is football, the World Cup qualifiers. And yes, you got Africa, you got Asia, you got South America, you got United States, that's a whole separate continent, North America, and Antarctica. The Penguins are hitting it up, all those man them back in the hoods of Antarctica. Pick up them. Can I get a bomber clot? A respectful bomber clot from one of our guests, please. Okay.
Bumbleclap, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Regino. Shout out to you. But yes, everybody, welcome watching the show on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and everything. Watch us on Gianluigi Donnarumma's gigantic hands. This is big hands. They can save the damn world. The Titanic and the moon, like Gru, girls. That's what Gru says from Despicable Me. I'm sorry. But yes, everybody, let me first introduce you to my co-hosts to the show. First, it is indeed a man who's a fan of Atletico Madrid and Netherlands. His name is Paulinho. How are you doing, Mr. Paulinho?
Doing great. How about you?
I am doing great, and you just put a watermelon emoji, just to be clear. Okay, thank you, mate. All right, well, everybody, yes, Mr. Next guest is indeed a fan of Juventus and at Roma, and a fan of Mexico. How are you doing, Mr. Reginio?
Well, you said I can't talk about my injury, so I'm doing great.
No, talk about your injury. Let us get some therapy.
2 words. I'm injured.
Damn,
I
got you
cannot
there.
speak. If I speak, I am in trouble.
That is Jose Mourinho. Very true. Okay, well, everybody, welcome watching the show. Let us first get into our first segment of the show, which is indeed breaking news going on in world football, of the world football's breaking news. Can't you believe that? But yes, the first breaking news is indeed about who has qualified for the 2026 World Cup. And let us see who has actually qualified for them. So, the 2026 World Cup is under a year away, and several teams from around the world have already booked their spots. Wow. England are also getting closer after 4 wins for 4 under Thomas Tuchel. World Cup hosts Canada, Mexico, and United States are all guaranteed a spot. Shocking. Japan become the first non-host team to win a qualifier with 3 games to spare in the third round of Asian qualifiers, and other nations have quickly followed them. Defending champions Argentina and 5-time winners Brazil also said to be there as well too. So who has qualified? Canada, Mexico, United States, and Asia it is indeed Australia, Iran, Japan, Jordan, South Korea, and Uzbekistan. And in Africa it is Morocco. And in CONCACAF it is TBC. Can anybody tell me what TBC is? Because I absolutely have no idea, but let us move on to CONMEBOL, which is South America. It is Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And yes, that is very, very cool. I am so happy about that. And yeah, CONCACAF TBC means to be confirmed, not an actual country. That is outrageous from me that I didn't know that. Okay, love that. Yeah, cool. Very, very cool. All right, Mr. Paulinho, can I ask you 1 or 2 words about the current teams that have qualified? Can you just give me one team that you just expect to do amazing this tournament?
Isn't the last one between it's between Venezuela and Paraguay, right?
Yes, sir.
Exciting. I will say Ecuador.
Oh, okay. Shout out to
Good defense.
Moise Caicedo. Okay, I like that.
Defensa.
Yes. All right, Mr. Reginho, what about you, mate? Who is a team that you are expecting to be good from this list so far? Done.
I want to say Morocco.
Oh, okay. Hakimi. Okay, I like that. All right, lovely stuff, everybody. Let us move on to the next breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about Barcelona face stadium chaos after delays of 1.25 million, oh my gosh, pounds project, and could play the next match with no fans. So Barcelona Stadium chaos is threatening to stretch into the next year, with the club fearing to having to stage games behind closed doors. Barca, who haven't featured their iconic Camp Nou since 2023, play their first home game of the season against Valencia this Sunday. Hansi Flick has been eagerly awaiting for his first opportunity to stand in the home dugout of Barca Stadium since arrival last year. The Catalans have been desperately trying to redevelop the ground, which was first built in 1957 to increase their capacity to 105,000 stadium capacity. Since the start of the construction, Barca has been playing at the Estadio Olímpic Lluís Companys, a 55,000 capacity stadium on Montají. And yes, the temporary home, which hosted the Summer Olympics in 1992, was only meant to be used for 2024, but is now having continuous delays with the new project that has not been started as of yet. It's still continuing to go, but yes, and indeed, why is it not being allowed to have right now? So Flick's side switched to the home of the women's team and Barca's B Estadio Johan Cruyff and Johan Gamper Trophy in August. La Liga regulations require a minimum of 8,000 seats, but even with an extension, the champions are struggling to allow fans in. Yikes. That's going to be tough. I mean, imagine the stadium that only has that many people, just 6,000 stadium capacity with 105,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Well, Mr. Reguinho, since you are wanting to go to the stadium to watch a match, possibly this year or next year, you got 1 or 2 words about this news about Barcelona not playing in the new stadium.
Typical La Liga. No, I'm joking.
Yikes.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, man, with what you have in store. You just yell at Post Malone for having his concert.
That's true. That is one of the reasons too. Yeah. Okay. Lovely stuff. Mr. Polino, 1 or 2 words about Barcelona not playing in the stadium that they should be playing in, that has a lot of people with a lot of money.
Let me play.
Okay, I like that. Let me talk, let me play. All right, lovely stuff. Let's move on to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news is indeed about Nuno Espirito Santo's sacking at Nottingham Forest, bust up with Edu and Maracas as Ange Postecoglou is named as instant replacement. So yes, Ange Postecoglou has signed a 2-year contract at Nottingham Forest manager, and previously reported Postecoglou was a top target to take the charge of City Ground following the sacking of Nuno Espirito Santos. So the Europa League winning Tottenham manager's attacking style play fits the remit of what Forest owner Evidenges Brinquenes is looking forward to. So the 6-year-old was first approached by Marinakis in early August, but now departed Espirito Santo was given time to see how he adapted to the new sporting structure of the summer. And the arrival of Edu as global head of football meant less face time for Nuno, and Maracas become a point of frustration among overnight. It ultimately led to referencing a not good relationship with Maracanas and Edu Nuno Taber. So yeah, this is what they said about Nuno said about him and the owner. He said, "Our relationship has changed and we are not even close. Everybody at the club should be together, but this is not a reality," said Nuno ahead of Forest's 1-1 draw at Crystal Palace on August 22nd. Yikes, very, very sad. And then right after that, Nuno's comment came after Maracanes off guard and ultimately sealed his fate by sacking Nuno Espirito Santo. So, sad times, but hey, that is football. You go and you come. Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Paulino, 1 or 2 words about Nuno Espirito Santo being sacked from Nottingham Forest and Ange Postecoglou joining with a winning trophy.
Didn't want to be in there anyways.
Ooh, okay.
But Marinakis needs some charm next to his powerful stances.
Agreed. Very big
A
charm.
hard man and a charming man.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Very subtle. Okay, Mr. Reguinho, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Nuno dos Santos being sacked and Ange coming in. Big Ange, the mate.
You gotta give him 2 seasons before he can win a silverware.
And silverware, forks, knives, and paper plates. Why not? Okay, lovely stuff. Thank you, mate. Let's move on to the next breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about Manchester United sent ominous warning as Erling Haaland goes berserk on international duty. So yes, Manchester United fans, you may wish to look away. That's because Erling Haaland is a sensational form of the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Manchester City superstar needed just 37 minutes to complete a stunning quick-fire hat-trick for Norway against Moldova on Tuesday night. And there was no mercy shown at the stakeholders Sobloton's men, and Haaland played amongst the entire match and added another two in the second half. The 25-year-old's nearly half the match of the nation's goals were ended up to be an 11-1 victory for, oh my god, Norway. And the Rangers' Stelo Asgard as well had himself a day, scoring 4 times in just 27 minutes as a substitute. And then Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard and Felix Owen-Meyer were the other goal scorers, while Leos Kiri Odegaard put one in his own net for the visitors in what was barely a consolation. Yes, Norway are now well on their way to the first World Cup since 1998, taking 15 points from 15, scoring 24 goals and conceding just 3, leaving them top of the group, 6 clear of Italy. And Haaland scored 9 of those goals, the most of any player in the European qualifier, and that's bad news for United. Yay. So yeah, very good stuff for Haaland. Surprise, surprise. He's been doing this stuff for years for Norway. Okay, Mr. Reginio, this is your love of your life, Mr. Erling Haaland. 1 or 2 words about him doing great stuff for Norway.
I actually thought they were going to sub him during the half. I think they were going to be like, yeah, that's it.
I think
But
he
no,
maybe like slapped the
they
coach.
were-
He's like, no, you stay put me in.
yeah, no, they were just like, yeah, just keep going. And he actually did.
Let me talk. Okay. Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about Erling Haaland doing a mad thing by scoring 5 goals in the match. Brazy from them.
I told him to do that, and he was like, you know what? Good input. And yeah, you're welcome, Norway.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you to
I'm
Paulinho.
part Norwegian, actually, so
Ooh.
I feel like I contributed a pretty large amount. personally.
Okay. Well, Paulinho is the next coach for Norway. Here first. Love that. Okay. Well, let us now move on to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news is indeed about Alexander Isak involved in furious bust-up moments into the return of football. So yes, Alexander Isak was involved in a heated altercation just minutes after making his first appearance of the season. The £125 million Liverpool signing endured a nightmare return in the competitive action as he was unable to prevent Sweden from failing to shock defeat in Kosovo in the World Cup qualifying. And yes, Isak has not played prior to the clash after effectively going on strike at Newcastle before securing his British record transfer fee on deadline day. The 25-year-old was a late substitute for his national team of Sweden as he was introduced in the 72nd minute to try and rescue a result. Sweden found themselves 2 down at halftime after goals from Elvis Rekab and Vedat Murikiv put Kosovo in control. After replacing Nottingham Forest Anthony Alanga, Isak partnered Arsenal new boy Victor Gyökeres up front. And his return to football immediately got off as a rocky start as he was booked just after 9 minutes. The striker clashed with Kosovo defender Fidan Aliati and could be seen grabbing the opponent's shirt during the heated moments. Isak was certainly at the heat of the action during this cameo as he had just 3 shots on goal. Despite hitting the target twice, he was unable to beat Azernet Murik in the Kosovo goal as Sweden fell to the defeat in the first World Cup qualifying campaign. The first defeat. Very sad times. And yes, I see the picture. It's a nice little bust up. They look like they're about to kiss, but that's okay. Little bromance in football. We love that. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about Alexander Isak not doing the best in his first return to football. Quite a bit. And he got a little Liverpool signing.
He will recover.
Let's very much hope so, since he is a world-class player. Okay, lovely stuff. Mr. Reginho, 1 or 2 words about Alexander Isak having a little butt hurt after not doing as good against Kosovos? I was saying it Kosovos. Okay, I said that wrong. Love that.
Get good.
Okay, love that. Okay, well, let's now move on to the next and last breaking news of the show. Bum bum bum. So, the next and last breaking news of the show is indeed about riot police storm stands after referee was forced to stop Serbia versus England. So yes, England's 5-0 win over Serbia was subject to multiple moments of crowd trouble. The World Cup qualifier was briefly stopped in the first half as England defenders had lasers shown at them from the crowd, and things got more intense at half-time. And yes, tension at Roko Mitic Stadium cranked up when the home side was 2-0 down through Harry Kane and Nondi Madueke. Manager Dragon Stojkovic was subject to loud boos, and periodically, when he emerged from the tunnel from the second half, seeing the side was 3-0 down through Ezri Konsa soon after. And as the three Lions turned on the style, things turned nasty among the home fans, where there was reporting live. A Siberian supporter was trying to make his way down as he climbed over the railings and was slowly making his way towards the England fans. And yes, he's now been apprehended and won't be watching any more of the game. He got his hands on an England shirt and ripped it in front of the England supporters. And yes, they also added this in the interview. One of the Serbian supporters has done a one-man attack, but luckily for England fans, he's got into the England end. So yes, interesting. Very, very interesting. A nice little bust up. It was kind of cute, but hey, we like a little tension in football. Why not? As long as it's not the South American type. But yeah, very cool. Very cool. Everything's okay. Okay, Mr. Reginho, one or two words about Serbia and England having a little rivalry. Very scary. Rar, rar.
Loki, I think Serbia could win if they do play again. They just didn't have it today.
Yep, 5-0. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Okay, lovely. Mr. Polino, one or two words about England versus Serbia having a little scuffle, a little battering of the batters.
They may have won on the field, but off the field, I think it would be an interesting fight.
It would. Very, very would. Okay. Love that stuff. Okay, well, everybody, that was indeed the breaking news segment of the Golden Ghost Show. I hope you all enjoyed that. But now, let us get on to the next breaking news. I'm just kidding. Let us now get into the next segment of the show. Everybody, let us get into the next segment, which is indeed the lovely, lovely top 50 transfers that will be great or will not be great. So yes, we have 5 categories. The first is he will be legendary. Second is he will be world class. Third is he will be solid. Fourth will be he will be all right. Yeah. And then fifth is we will forget. So bye bye, Stinky. But yes, we have the 50 most expensive signings of the transfer window in the 2025 summer. And yes, the first man is indeed, let's get into it already, Alexander Isak, going from Newcastle to Liverpool for 145 million euros to Liverpool. But yes, what are we saying, lads? Do we think he's going to be legendary, world-class, solid, all right, or forget? I'm going to just ask you guys a quick fire. Paulinho, who are you saying?
I'm going world class.
Okay. Reginho, what about you, Isak?
I actually concur, my dear sire.
Can you speak English, please?
USR.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, chef.
No, it's
yes,
okay, chef.
I think he will be world class.
Okay, he'll be world class. You know what? I believe he will be world class as well too. So I'm gonna drag him to the world class category. So yes, great start of all of us agreeing. Since the next person is indeed Florian Wirtz, going from Bayer Leverkusen to Liverpool for 125 million euros. All right, Mr. Reginho, I'm gonna ask you first, mate. What do you think for Mr. Florian Wirtz? Will he be legendary, world class, solid, all right, or forgetful?
I want to say legendary. I have a good feeling for him.
Ooh, okay. That's a shout. That's a shout. Mr. Polino, what about you, mate? What's he gonna be?
He will be legendary.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say that he. Okay. I'm gonna say. Thank you, mate. Love that. I'm gonna say that he will be world class, but that outweighs it. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer him in the he will be legendary category. So shout out to you, Mr. Florian Wirtz. I know you're watching. Okay, lovely, lovely stuff. On to the next player, which is indeed Hugo Ekitike, another Liverpool player, going from a nice little Eintracht Frankfurt to Liverpool for 95 million euros. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, what you saying about this lovely man? Think he's gonna be legendary, world class, solid, all right, forgetful.
I think he would have been world class if he kept the nine for himself, but now that Isaac's got it, I think he's going to be rotating between the left wing and the striker, so I'm going to put him at solid, actually.
Okay, fair, fair. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? Hugo Ekitike,
Reguinho.
Rodriguinho.
I think he'll be world class. I think
Okay.
he'll still play. He'll definitely contribute a lot
Okay.
and
I
still
hate to say,
shine.
yeah, I agree. But the thing is, I agree with Paulinho. It's a great point that he is going to be revolving with Isaac, and that's quite a big competition.
Wow.
Sorry, mate. So we're going to put him in the he will be solid category. So, yeah.
I have been betrayed.
To add, I mean, he's already rotating, or he's already going to have to rotate with Gakpo at the left wing as well if he plays
Yep.
there. And Gakpo started well this season.
It's pronounced Hakpo. Hakpo. Thank you.
Is it?
Yeah, he's Dutch.
Cody Gakpo.
Hakpo. You
Well,
gotta
I'm
spit.
Hispanic, so it's Gakpo.
Okay, let's move on.
Nice.
Next, Mr. Nick Woltmader, going from. Can someone tell me where he's coming from? It's Stuttgart, of course,
Stuttgart.
to Newcastle for 85 million euros. God, that's a lot of money for the player. So, yes, Mr. Reguinho, what about you, mate? Legendary, world class, solid, all right, or forgetful?
He will be solid.
Okay,
Just
okay,
because Newcastle, I don't know. I feel iffy about Newcastle. Like I feel like they can do good, but they underperform.
okay. Fair, fair. What about you, Mr. Polonio? What you think about Woltmader?
I think he's in a great system, especially for a striker right now. I think, is this for this season or overall?
Just I that's kind of hard to say. I guess we can do for Newcastle, just for Newcastle.
Okay, just for how, okay, I'm gonna say for overall career at the club. I think he'll eventually end his time at the club being world class.
Oh wow, okay.
Not
I-
first season though.
I agree with Rigo. I believe he'll be solid because I don't know, his performances at least for the national team wasn't as much as it impressed me. But when I have to think about this, lads, you have to think about if you put it in the category as another person, do you think he's gonna be better than Hugo Ekitike or worse than Hugo Ekitike? That's my one thing. So I'm gonna say that I believe he's going to do. Damn, I think he's gonna do better, Hugo Ekitike, at least when it comes to making an impact over there. So, yeah, it's a nice little, looking good. Okay, next one is indeed Benjamin Sesko, moving from RB Leipzig to Manchester United for 76.5 million euros. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, you first, mate. Legendary, world class, solid, all right, forgetful.
I think he'll be solid. I just have a hard time, or I think a lot of players have a hard time growing at Manchester United. So
Fair.
I think he'll probably at least maintain his output, but it's hard to see it really stepping up there.
Okay, fairs. What about you, Mr. Reguinho? Mr. Benjamin Sesko, Manchester United?
I actually think he's gonna be world class.
Wow, okay. All right, yeah, that's a
I think
shout.
because with United being in the situation they are,
Mhm.
a good season can definitely make it or break it for him. And if he has a
Okay.
solid season, then United is out of well, not completely out of it, but he can be an outlet. And then if he goes to another team after that, then just goes higher.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of agree with Paulinho, but hey, that is a good shout. If he does turn it on for United, that'd be great. But I'm gonna say he's gonna be solid. So I'm gonna put him right at the front of the he will be solid because impact at Manchester United. All right, next is indeed Victor Osimhen moving from Napoli to Galatasaray for 75 million euros. I mean, he just solidified his transfer basically. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this. What do you think he's going to be at the club, Mr. Reguinho? Do you think he's going to be legendary, world class, solid, all right, forgetful?
I think I'll be world class. He's always been a pretty good player.
Mhm.
He just needs the good system for it. And I think, well, yeah, I think Galatasaray could be a good system for him to be solid.
Okay. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Victor Osimhen's impact at Galatasaray. Now, what everybody football wants, but
Um, I think it's gonna. Well, would you consider Drogba's time at Galatasaray legendary or
I mean,
world-class?
I don't even remember what he did there, so I can't even say anything.
You know, it's great. I mean, he's in the prime of his career, and even when he transferred last season, I thought behind Holland, he was the best striker in the world. So I'm gonna say legendary.
Okay.
Their Champions League fixtures aren't that hard, and I can see him actually doing something with Galatasaray in the Champions League.
Okay. You know what? Great shout. I'm gonna say with you know what? It's legendary at Galatasaray. I believe it. I'm gonna put him up there as he will be legendary for Galatasaray. So that's a decent shout. So yeah, I believe that he will be legendary for Galatasaray. Okay, lovely stuff. Next one is indeed Ryan Mbemo going from Brentford to Manchester United for 75 million euros. All right, Mr. Paulinho, who are you saying for Brian Mbemo at Manchester United? It's yeah, interesting one.
It's difficult. I would say world class.
Wow. Okay.
I think he's even though he hasn't had the numbers necessarily so far. It's only been a few games, and
Of course.
I think he's looked really good so far. So
Okay. I mean, yeah, fair enough. He was a brilliant player for Brentford, so
yeah.
hopefully you can pick that up. Okay, Mr. Reguinho, what about you, mate? Brian Mbemba, United.
I agree. He's so far he's shown promise and he's given United an outlet to work with.
Okay.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, world class, two world class. I'm gonna say he'll be solid, but mine doesn't really count, so I'm gonna put him over here in world class with Mr. Alexander Isak. Okay, lovely stuff. Next one is indeed Victor Gyökeres going from a nice little Sporting Lisbon to Arsenal for 65 million point eight euros. Okay, wow, this one's gonna be good. Mr. Reguinho, I know you do like this guy. I do his celebrations in my football matches for Sunday League. What do you think, mate? What do you think he's gonna be for Arsenal? Legendary, world class, solid. All right, forgetful.
I have a good feeling for him. I think he's gonna be legendary. He just needs to get his
Oh.
foot down. He needs to settle and like adjust to the atmosphere in Prem
Okay.
and the
good.
pace of it. And after that, it's just a matter of, getting the ball behind the net.
Okay, good shout, good shout. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? Victor Gyökeres for Arsenal.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I
okay.
think there's adjusting that needs to. Well, and I agree with Rigo's sentiments. I think both he needs to adjust to the Premier League and the team needs to adjust to him. And once that happens, I think he'll at least be world class because he's so big and strong, and he has
No thirst.
an excellent shot.
Okay. Lovely stuff. All right. Well, man. This is hard. I believe he's gonna be solid. I don't know. But that just it might be being a hater, but if proves me wrong, that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna put him at the end of world class since, legendary and solid and world class. So yeah. Nice.
Is it because of Arteta ball? Is that why?
No, it's because of he does the celebration that looks too cool, and I'm just jealous. So yeah, that's mine.
Oh no, I prefer Dybala's.
You should do that celebration.
I do for my goals this season. I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Boom.
He did.
I did. Okay, well, let us move on from the shenanigans. Okay, well, next is indeed Trent Alexander. What the hell? Trent Alexander Arnold with going from Liverpool to Real Madrid for 10 million euros. Nice little humble one. But yeah, okay. Mr. Paulinho, what are you saying about this one, mate? Alexander Arnold, not Isaac. Goddamn.
I think he'll eventually be world class, but as of this season so far, Carvajal actually looks better than him.
Yikes. Okay. Okay. World class. Got it. Got it. Mr. Reguinho, what about you? Trent for Real Madrid.
I think he'll be all right.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, but I think he has potential, and I mean we've all seen it in Liverpool, but Liverpool is a whole different system,
Yeah.
and Madrid has a whole different, especially with Xabi Alonso and the way he plays. It's a whole different system. Ball, like the way they play with the ball,
Mhm.
and I don't think he's gonna honestly be that good. They're probably just gonna get like somebody else from another team, or maybe their youth, and
Yep.
then just kind of like keep him on bench as
Wait
a
him out.
super sub.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. I believe that he will be solid. So we got a world class, we got an all right, and we got a solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him. Okay, what do you think, lads? In the solid pile, where should we put him between these three? That's
Well, first of all, I'd probably put Sesko last in solid.
okay. I'll do that.
Um, I would put him top of solid personally. I think
Okay.
he'll eventually. I mean, they're not going to bring in anyone else to take his position there, and I think especially now that they have a few left-footed right wingers there, it's going to be a lot more catered to helping attacking right backs. So I think eventually it'll come together, but Carvajal will have to phase out, and then Mastantuano and Ardo Güler have to make that spot their own. So
Okay. Good shout. Good shout. All right, lovely stuff. Let us move on to the next person, who is indeed a beautiful man by the name of Mateus Cunha, going from a nice team. Where did he come from? Anybody? How is your knowledge of football?
Welves.
What?
Welves.
What?
Los
Wolves.
Lobos.
Wolverhampton.
I didn't understand what you said, mate. Sorry.
Los
Wolverhampton
Lobos.
Wanderers to
Saint.
Manchester United for 74.2 million. Mateus Cunha. Okay. Mr. Reguinho, what do you think for Cunha for United?
I think he will be world class.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Cunha for United.
I agree. I think he'll be world class.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I think it's also possible that Fernandez ends up taking the left attacking mid spot, and Cunha ends up as a striker for this season at the very least.
Ooh. Okay. I believe he'll be solid, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna put
Wait.
him. Yeah.
Sorry, but you also got to think that Maguire plays striker for the last 10 minutes.
All right.
Nobody's
Gotcha.
taking his spot.
So yeah, I'm putting him in the world class section.
80-minute cameo.
Love that. And are you guys happy with this section of world class?
I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay, lovely stuff. All right, next is Mr. Martin Zubamendi going from Atletico Madrid, correct? Is that correct, Mr.?
Sociedad.
Oh, Real Sociedad, close enough.
Yeah.
To Arsenal for 70 million euros. How do you think we're going to do? I know, Mr. Paulinho, you've seen him play a bunch, so legendary, world class, solid, all right, forgetful.
I think that he has the ability to be as good as Rodri.
Mhm.
Would that be? It's hard to put a DM at legendary. Screw it, put him in legendary.
Okay, wow.
Well, I'll say legendary. What do you guys think?
Okay, Mr. Reguinho, what about you, mate? What you saying for
think-
Zubamendi?
I could see that. At the very least, he will be as good or a little or better than Rodri. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think he has a higher
Big-
ceiling than Rodri, and he's more mobile. Well, that's the reason why I think he's a higher ceiling.
By the way, you guys are saying legendary, like he's gonna be like the next like Thierry Henry for the club. That's what I mean by legendary for the club.
Why are you
Um,
doubting the guy?
Okay, no, I'm
I
not
think
saying it.
he'll. I think in 5 years we'll say he's the best midfielder that since Vieira for Arsenal.
Okay, wow, big shout, big shout. Okay, well, I
Yeah,
believe
that's
he'll
crazy.
he'll be world class. So I'm gonna put him here.
Not,
Yeah,
not counting Ozil, cult hero. Actually,
yeah, yeah,
Ozil wasn't even that good for Arsenal. So
yeah. Real Madrid. Okay,
Yeah.
well, lovely. Zubendi and legendary. Next is indeed Luis Diaz moving from Liverpool to Bayern Munich for 70 million euros.
what did
Okay.
you think for Rice? I mean, for Zubimendi.
I thought he world class. That's why I put him at
Okay.
the end. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Fair.
Okay, Mr. Paulinho, Luis Diaz. What you saying, mate?
Ooh, that's tough. I will say world class.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Mr. Reguinho, what about you, Luis Diaz?
Same.
Okay, world class.
I
Yeah,
believe that. Yeah.
I believe he'll be, but opinion doesn't matter. We got two world classes, so he's in world class. Okay, lovely.
You know what?
What?
I don't like Isaac in world class. I'd rather have him in legendary, to be honest. I think Isaac belongs.
You think Isaac's in legendary? You think he's gonna be like a Thierry Henry?
I think he's going to be there like 4 years and score 20 goals a year at least.
I don't. Does that classify as legendary though?
Okay, we'll leave it out for now.
For now. Yeah, we'll come back.
I don't know. I just think he can win the Champions League there. What would qualify him as legendary?
I mean,
The treble?
Okay,
Yeah.
screw it. Take out Zubimendi then.
really? You want him to be world class?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel
That
like him and
works.
Isaac are going to be about as good as each other.
Do you want me to move Isaac up or leave him at?
Nah, we'll leave them together.
Okay. Lovely. Wow. All right. Next one is indeed Xavi Simons moving from Leipzig to Tottenham for 65 million euros. All right, Mr. Reguinho, what you thinking for Xavi Simons for Tottenham?
Xavi Simmons going to Tottenham. Will it be at the level of Sonny and Kane where he's like
A legend for the club?
loved, a legend? Yes, I believe so.
Really?
So at the very least, world class, if not legendary.
Pick one. Gotta pick one.
Oof, world class.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? Xavi Simons?
I was going to say top of solid or bottom of world class. What are you saying? Shades.
Well, the thing is, for Tottenham, what do you think is going to be?
If he wins any trophy, does he just become legendary?
The thing is, I mean, true, that's very true. But the thing is, if he wins a trophy, will he just move on? And yeah. But then again, that
Like
would make
Son.
him, yeah. I'm going to, damn, this is hard. This is very hard. I'm going to put him in, he does have ability. So I'm going to, this is hard.
You also got to keep in mind that he's pretty young, so
Mhm.
for
Yes,
all we
of
know,
course.
he hasn't really reached his prime.
And especially with this Tottenham team as well too, I believe you know what, I'm going to put them at the end of world class. So yeah, just for Tottenham. So the end of Tottenham. So yeah. Okay, lovely stuff. Let us move on to the next one. Eberechi Eze going from Crystal Palace to Arsenal for 69.3 million euros. Ooh, this is a good one. Mr. Reguinho, anything you want to say about Eze for Arsenal?
I like him as a player. He's already a
too.
solid player.
Yep.
I think he will be legendary.
Oh, okay.
He
for
just
Arsenal.
needs probably the proper players around him or the proper coaching. But yeah, he'll be legendary.
Great shout, mate. Mr. Paulinho, Eberechi Eze, Arsenal. What you thinking, mate?
I just don't think that he's ever going to start.
Yeesh. So what was that?
I feel like he complements Gyökeres actually better than Martinelli. You know what? I'll say top of he'll be solid and bottom of world class, like same place as Simon's pretty much.
Okay. Well, we got a legendary. We got a. I'm gonna put this up to world class. I'm gonna push it up to world class because I do love Eze, and Crystal Palace is a team that's close to me. So I do. Do I believe he'll do better than Xavi Simons? I do. I think so. I do think so. But then again, lots of competition there. So yeah, interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, next player is indeed a man that is a very interesting signing. Very interesting. Matteo Retegui, moving from Napoli to Al Qoadessia for 68.2 million euros. Mr. Polino, what do you got to say about Mr.
I
Retegui?
mean, well, I will say we will forget, but he's obviously going to score like 500 goals there. I mean, he scored like he had like 6 goal involvements, I want to say, in the 2 games over the international break.
Yep.
Like I have no doubt he's going to have a crazy World Cup if Italy qualify.
hmm Yeah.
But we will forget this transfer for sure.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately.
okay, fair. What about you, Mr. Reguillo?
Well, he played in
Atalanta.
Atlanta.
I thought.
And
Oh
I
yeah, I said
remember-
Napoli. Damn, that's crazy. Sorry.
I remember him giving Roma such a hard time.
Mhm.
He's a good player. I don't understand why he went to Saudi, but
Money.
it is what it is. He will be all right, I think.
Okay. I hate to say it, but I think he's going to do well this season and move to another team. So I'm going to say we will forget. So that's going to be one of the first we will forget ones. So yeah. Mr. Otegi, I wish you the best, mate. But I do think he's going to be amazing for the club.
Yep,
But
our
then ag-
first we will forget is not even
then
about
again-
performance.
I know, but I was about to say, then again, shouldn't we move Victor Osimhen to there because won't he move to another club?
But Victor Osimhen's in the Champions League. That's why I said it.
Got you. Okay, you know what? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I agreed. Okay, next transfer is indeed the man, the myth, the legend, another player for Tottenham, Mohamed Kudus, going from West Ham United to Tottenham for 63.8 million euros. Mr. Reguillo, what are you saying about Kudus for Tottenham? Very interesting.
Tottenham?
Mhm.
I never really saw him play that much, so I can't really say much. I think he's gonna be solid.
Okay. Mr. Polino, Kudus for Tottenham. What you saying, mate?
I think right around like Xavi Simons and Eze, like between solid and world class.
Okay.
I think he's a great creator and a risk taker for them.
Okay, love that. I really love this man. I have so many nightmares about him, and because I'm scared of playing against him. He's a great player. But yes, Mohamed Kudus. I believe he will be world class for Tottenham. So I'm gonna put him. Will I think he does better than Xavi Simons? He might, yes, he might, because he's such a great physical player. But then again, he does have a little bit of a temper. But hey, that might help him. But you never know. Okay, love yourself. He is world class. All right, moving on to the next one, which is indeed a new Chelsea signing, João Pedro, going from Brighton to Chelsea for 63.7 million euros. Mr. Polino, what you think about Mr. João Pedro for Chelsea?
He's an excellent signing.
Agreed.
I will say, I'll say world class. I want to put in world class. I want to have Luis Diaz move up a little bit, and then have João Pedro right behind Luis Diaz.
Okay. Yep, that's just in case. So, Mr. Reguillo, what'd you say, mate, for Mr. João Pedro for Chelsea?
I agree. I think he's a really good signing for Chelsea.
Okay. So you're world class. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I believe. Man. I mean, saying world class is basically saying he'll be like Pedro or Willian. I'm just comparing him to some other players as well too. I definitely think he'll be at the end of solid, but you know what? For the world class, I believe he'll be world class. So we'll put him behind Luis Diaz. Do we think he'll be better than Eze though? That's a
I
question.
think so. I think he'll get more minutes personally.
Okay. Yep. Very true. Wait,
And he's younger, right?
yeah, but then should we put Eze behind Pudas and Javi Simmons? That's
That's up to you guys.
yeah.
I mean, he's in a better side currently, but
Mhm.
who knows what happens in the future with Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right now. I'm gonna just leave it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, João Pedro, world class. All right. Next is indeed this lovely man is Ilya Zabareni. I don't know how to say his name, but he came. Yep. Did he come from Atletico Madrid?
Bournemouth.
Close enough. Bournemouth to yeah, I know. PSG for 63 million euros. The Ukrainian. All right, Mr. Guigno, what you thinking about Mr. Zabareni for PSG?
I think under Luis Enrique, he could be at the top of solid, at the bottom of world class.
Okay, wow, great shout. Okay, wow, the centre back. Okay, Mr. Polina, what about you, mate? Zabareni, PSG.
I mean, he's probably gonna be like Marquinhos' replacement.
Yep.
I think he'll be world class.
Okay. Okay. Did get to watch a bit of him at Bournemouth. I mean, there's only so much Bournemouth could do, but while he was there, class, actually class. So for PSG though, in the long term, will he actually keep up with all the great players that they bring in and everything? That's a big ask. So I'm gonna say he's gonna be solid. So I'm gonna put him. Where should I'm gonna put them at the end, or will he
I'd
get
probably
minutes?
put him down to solid, personally.
Okay, you want to put him solid? Okay,
What do you
Sure.
think for Reguinho?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can be. If anything, he can improve, but solid.
okay. Love that. All right. Next is indeed another defender. It is Dean Hushin coming from Bournemouth as well too to Real Madrid for 62.5 million. Bournemouth cooking up centre backs. Okay, lads. So Reguinho, what are you saying for Dean Hushin? What do you think is going to be for Real Madrid?
Oh, I think he's gonna be world class.
Okay. Mr.
He's young and he's shown that he can, or he has the drive to actually like want to improve. And under Xabi Alonso, that's possible.
Very true. Mr. Paulinho, what you thinking about Mr. Dean Hushin for Real Madrid?
I think he will be world class.
Okay. And I will say he'll be world class as well too. So I'm gonna put him just behind Alexander Isak. Is that fair to everybody? You think? Or should I put him a bit back more or
Sure. I mean, defenders need more credit.
Yep, agreed. Okay,
Yeah.
love yourself. Moving on to the
Mhm.
next one. Anthony Alanga going from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle for 61.4 million euros. Okay. Mr. Paulinho, what you thinking for Anthony Alanga?
I mean, I think he'll be solid.
Okay.
I think he plays well, but
Mhm.
he doesn't necessarily have like the output.
Okay, fair. Mr. Reguinho, what you saying for Mr. Anthony Alanga?
From what team did he come from?
Or
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, uh, didn't really watch a lot of Nottingham Forest, so I can only say solid.
Okay, fair. I as well think he will be solid. So I'm gonna put him right in front of Hugo Ekitike because he will get minutes. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, next is indeed Estevao going from Palmeiras to Chelsea for 34 million. The youngster, 18 years old. Mr. Reguinho, what you thinking for Estevao to Chelsea?
I think he's gonna be world class. There's gonna be a lot of battling for the position.
Okay, yeah.
So
fair.
yeah,
What about you, Mr. Paulinho? Estevao for Chelsea?
Yeah, maybe like bottom of world class.
Okay.
I have a hard time. I haven't watched too much of him, so I can't really give that good of an opinion, to be honest.
Yeah. I believe
On
he
the other
will.
hand,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
should value your opinion on this.
Yeah. He is such a skillful player. He's so good, but he's still so young. But you never know what he can do. But if he does continue this, if he does, I believe he can be world class for Chelsea. But I'm just gonna put him right in. Where should I put him? Do I believe he'll do Virgil Pedro? I don't know. This is very hard for me. I'm gonna put him at the end of world class. But yeah, that can always be moved around. Okay. Next one is indeed Mona Visa for Newcastle. Yeah, he moved from Brentford to Newcastle for 57.7 million euros. Okay. Mr. Reguilon, what you thinking for Jonas Visa going from Brentford to Newcastle?
I think he's gonna be solid. I don't think he's gonna. He's gonna perform.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to overachieve.
Okay, fair. Paulinho, what you thinking for Visa?
I'm thinking solid as well.
Okay. Yep. I have to agree as well too. We're just doing Newcastle kind of bad in the solid. Yeah. So I'll put him at the end of solid as well too. Underrated player, but at the end of solid. Okay. Next is indeed Jan Reinders going from AC Milan to Manchester City for 55 million euros. Mr. Paulinho, how do you think Reinders is going to do for Manchester City? I can't wait to hear this one.
Yeah, we'll go world class. I just don't think it's gonna be hard to like call a player of his profile legendary, So I'm gonna throw it world class.
Okay, fair. Mr. Reguilon, what about you, mate? Reinders, Manchester City.
I think so too. I think we talk a lot about how Pep kills creativity. And that might happen to him. So at the very least, he will stay world class.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna put him world class, and I'm gonna put him right. I'll put him in front of Eze. Okay, next is indeed Alex Baena going from what team? Paulinho? Villarreal to Atletico Madrid for 42 million euros. So yeah, I'll let you answer this first. How do you think he's gonna be for your club, for Atletico Madrid?
Well, he's injured right now.
That's not good.
Already. Well, he had some sort of like stomach thing, I think, but yeah, he got surgery for it, and he's gonna be back around like the Madrid derby time. But I think he'll end up world class.
Oh wow! Okay.
I mean, he was world class last season, but I think he has to. The system is very different, in my opinion. So I think he'll adjust and become world class again.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. What about you,
What
Mr.
position does he play?
He's like a 10.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, he played for Villarreal?
Yeah.
He's going to Atletico Madrid now.
I could see where he can be world class. I've seen a couple of Villarreal games.
Okay.
He was pretty decent, yeah.
Okay, lovely. I believe as well too, since he is still young, if he was a bit older, I would have put him in solid, but world class. I'll put him world class. And where should I put him in world class? I'll give this to you, Mr. Paulinho.
Well, first I'd move Reinders up to like above him, but I'd definitely move him by him down. By the way,
Yeah.
I'll move him below Joao Pedro, in my opinion.
Okay.
And then probably move Cunha below Luis Diaz, I think.
Okay, fair.
And then throw Baena between maybe Gyökeres and Diaz, maybe, or maybe either side of Gyökeres would be fine, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put it right there. Okay. Lovely stuff. Okay. On to the next one, which is indeed, you can even see him on the screen right now, Mr. Darwizi Nunez, moving from Liverpool to Al Hilal for 53 million euros. I know he wanted the bag, so So you know what you think about Darwin Nunez moving to Al Hilal?
Well, give him the legendary just for the bag.
Honestly, that's such a
Legendary
bad.
bag.
What you think of Paulinho?
Is the Club World Cup every 4 years or every how often is
I
it?
think it's every 4 years.
How often?
4 years.
Uh, okay. We'll forget until he comes back for the next Club World Cup.
Yep.
I
Okay.
was gonna say at least he joined a club that'll be in the Club World Cup because
Yeah. Yeah.
Al Kadish, the Ratagi joined, won't even be in it. So
Yeah. I'm gonna sadly put as well too. Nothing against the Saudi league because it's getting definitely more competitive, but still not kind of as much visibility. So I'm gonna put he will forget.
once the visibility comes up, because there's plenty of good players coming in, even
Oh,
like
yeah?
from South America, they've started poaching from there. So
Agreed. Okay, lovely stuff. Let us go on to the next person, which is indeed Jamie Gittin, going from Dortmund to Chelsea for 56 million euros. Mr. Paulinho, what you saying for this one, mate?
uh, who else is playing left wing right now? Is it
Joe Pedro. There is Tyreek George.
Neto
honestly-
too, right?
They can they alternate a lot of like on each wing too, so that's one of the things.
I think he'll be solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. No, fair. Mr. Regino, what about you with Gittins?
I agree. Just because when Mikhailo Modric comes back, it's over.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
No,
agree.
I think I agree because sorry, you were saying.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I think I only say that because there's a lot of competition and a lot to prove in Chelsea,
Mhm.
and he might get minutes, and it's just a matter of what he does with those minutes.
Okay, no, fair shout. Yeah, so I believe as well too, he will be solid. So I'm gonna put him with minute wise. Hugo Ekitike. I'm gonna put it left to right side. What do you guys want to say about that one? Left to right side of Ekitike.
Oh, I think Akatika should be higher personally in there, but I would put Akatike, to the left of Voltamata, and then I'd probably put him in between Voltamata and Akatike.
Okay. Fair. All right, good shout. Okay, next one is indeed Alvaro Carreras. Or Carreras. Going from where did he come from, Mr. Paulinho?
Benfica.
Benfica to Real Madrid. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Left back for 50 million euros. What are you saying for this one, Mr. Paulinho?
He's good. I think that he's, at least in the current system, I think he's definitely a better fit than Trent actually is right now.
Wow.
I think he's looking good actually. I would put him maybe like lower world class.
Wow. Okay. Fair. Lots of world class. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, JK, Mr. Reginio, what are you saying for this one?
I think he could be, at the very least, world class, at most legendary.
Ooh.
There's
Okay.
been, and the reason because is a lot of Madrid defenders have came up from like not like lower tier teams, but like teams that don't have the same expectations as Madrid, and they've been built to
Different.
Well, they've been built to achieve those expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So for
Can we
like
add a tier?
Marcelo, got
What
tier,
tier?
S tier.
Between world class and solid.
Oh my god, I know, right?
Yeah,
Are we
I think
listening?
it could be legendary.
Nah, too late, mate.
Oh, well.
You think he'll be lit? Okay, I believe he will be solid. So I'm gonna throw him at the bottom of world class because you never know. Could be good. Could be not good. All right, the next one is indeed Jermaine Frimpong going from Bayern Leverkusen to Liverpool for 40 million euros. Okay, Mr. Reginho, what you saying for this one? Jemmy?
He'll be world class. He was already good in Leverkusen and under Xabi Alonso, and going back with Xabi Alonso with a whole different environment and atmosphere that Real Madrid gives. I think
Okay.
that's just gonna boost him up.
Okay, good shout. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? What you thinking for Mr. Frimpong?
I think he fits his team really well. I'm going to say world class.
Okay. I believe he'll be legendary. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I believe
wow.
he's going to be amazing for
I think
Liverpool.
I would be fine with you throwing him up there.
No, are you serious?
Well, I mean, at least overall career, I think he could become like one of the best of all time.
Okay. So you want to slap him up there with legendary?
Was that your thoughts? Legendary?
Yes, that was my
Screw it.
thoughts.
Let's do it.
Okay. I mean, I'm just trying to compare him to like all the left back, right backs that were in the Prem as well too, with like Ashley Cole and all
Oh
those.
yeah, I mean, with Reece James always injured, he's probably the best right back in the league.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, he still has to prove himself, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, lovely stuff. Let's move on to the next one. It is indeed Nicholas Jackson going from Chelsea to Bayern Munich on a loan fee of 16.5 million euros. Okay, what are we thinking for this one, lads? I'm gonna ask Reginio first.
Nicholas Jackson to
Jackson, Bayern Munich.
Bayern.
Yep, correct. How do you think he's gonna be
I
at the
think
club?
he's gonna be solid.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think he's gonna be solid. I don't think he's gonna be a starter for sure. Not over Harry Kane or Luis Diaz.
yep, definitely.
But as a sub, he can do some damage. He's pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hopefully, his
yeah, I think
decision
he'll be
making.
solid.
Yeah. Okay, Mr.
Oh yeah,
Paulinho,
decision making definitely has to improve.
definitely. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Nicholas
He's
Jackson.
going to kick Kane out of the club in his first season. No,
Yeah.
I could see him in like a few seasons though. I could see him being world class.
Okay.
I would maybe put him like middle bottom of world class, probably around like personally I'd put him around like Joao Pedro and Buemo level or something.
Nicholas Jackson for Bayern.
Yeah,
Okay.
assuming it ends up as a permanent. Yeah,
Yeah. I believe it will be solid. He'll do decent. Yeah. I might even say all right, but yeah, that's just from watching him at Chelsea. But I'm gonna put him as solid.
I'm
gonna
I am
put him-
welcome to that.
yeah, I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him behind. I'm thinking of like behind Cisco, but I don't know. What do you lads think?
I mean, I would be fine with putting him like, especially like short term. I'd definitely put him like last and solid or something.
Okay, fair. We'll take that. All right, next is indeed Luis Openda going from RB Leipzig to Juventus on a 3.3 million loan fee. I know, Regina, I'll let you say this one first. How do you think he's going to be in Juventus's history?
I think he plays striker, no?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, he plays striker. That's gonna be hard because we have
Vlahovic.
Vlahovic might leave. He might leave. That's still up in the air. But we also have give me one
Oh.
sec.
Mhm.
Jonathan David.
Oh yeah, we just got Jonathan David. Yeah,
He'll be on the
And
list
then-
later.
Milik is still there.
Mhm.
Isn't he gone?
Milk?
No, he's milk. Did you just say milk?
Milk.
No, he's still on the team. He's just injured.
Or he's still. Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, what are you saying, Mr. Regina?
Under
hot.
Juventus, oh sorry. I think he can be world class.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, fair.
I have faith in him, and I know Juventus is the best team. So yeah,
Yep.
I have faith.
All right. Mr. Paulinho, what you saying for Luis Openda for Juventus?
I had a lot of stocks in him in Leipzig. I thought he fit the team really
I
well,
know.
but
No.
to be honest, I think he'll be all right. But
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to play.
Okay.
Honestly, I could put him in. We will forget. I just don't think Vlahovic has started to hit form beginning of the season. He's been ridiculous. Jonathan David's already scored. and then maybe he ends up taking like a substitute to like Yıldız's role, but that's the only place I can see him getting minutes to kind of rest Yıldız.
Yikes, that's kind of wow. That is big facts right there. Good job, Paulinho. I believe he will be the playing. That's the thing. The playing time, if he does get it. So I'm
I
gonna
think
ask.
it's a loan too, right? Like they don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
a
give
loan.
him.
Yeah, it's a loan.
They don't have to give him time.
So yeah, wait, Regina, just a question for you, mate. Do you think he's gonna get minutes compared to everybody else in the squad? That's gonna affect my decision.
Okay, so Igor Tudor is a huge fan of Vlahovic.
Mm.
And Jonathan David has already proved himself enough to be starter for a few games.
Okay.
I think he'll
Well-
get like a good 20 minutes a game.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna put him at. He will be all right then. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing against his abilities. I think he's a fantastic player for Leipzig, but it's definitely has to do with playtime and stuff like this. So yeah, we. Oh shoot! I don't know what I did. We will see. We definitely will see. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this really fast. Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go. It's good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yes, open is going to be all right. So first of all right. Wow, good. Okay. On to the next one. It is indeed Piero Hincapié going from Bayer Leverkusen to Arsenal on a loan transfer. So yeah, nothing really solidified there, but yeah, 50 million. What are we saying, mates? I'm gonna ask you first, Mr. Paulinho.
I think it's just gonna. Well, aside from their center backs, I think it's just gonna be another guy that they're throwing out at left back. That kind of played like a left back center back hybrid, just like Calafiori, just like this Timber's playing their left back too, right? And then Zinchenko. So just with the dispersion of minutes, I can only see him being solid.
Okay. Mr. Regino, what about you? Good facts right there.
I think on the Arteta ball, the most he can be is solid.
Okay. And I'd have to say as well too, I believe that he will be solid. I mean, if he breaks into the team, then it'd be world class. That'd be great. But for now, prove me wrong. I believe he'll be solid. So I'm going to put him after Visa. I think that's fair. Okay. Lovely stuff. Let us move on to the next one, who is indeed Marcus Rashford going from Manchester United to Barcelona on a loan. Yes. So yes, what are we saying, Mr. Reguinho, Marcus Rashford to Barcelona on a loan? Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm getting a drink.
It's okay.
I think he can be world class. If anybody can like fix up his attitude and his work ethic, it's definitely Hansi Flick.
Mm-hmm.
And it might take him a little adjusting to get into the system of Barcelona and how they play. But I think he can fight for a spot or at least be a starter in a few games. I mean, he has already been a starter for like their preseason games, I think.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I believe it. I believe so.
Which category are you picking? Solid?
I think he can be world class.
World class? Okay. Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Comparing him to the likes of Ronaldinho and all them.
Well, he was already before he dropped his work ethic. I think he was already like world class.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Marcus Rashford for Barcelona alone.
Well, my first question is where do we want to split between like good and world class?
No. Okay. My thing is like, survive. This is you'll forget
Yeah.
them. This is gonna be. He's aight. This is good. This is great. This is amazing. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, when I was talking about Nkapia as well, I forgot they have Lewis Skelly too, so he has a lot of competition for minutes. But for Rashford, I think he'll be solid, personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in as well too. I believe he'll be solid. But I'm gonna put him behind. We should have put him behind lads. I believe should have put him like right here.
I would
Well,
put him at least behind Ekatike.
okay, fair, fair. Okay, lovely. Okay, next one is indeed, Milos Kerkez for Liverpool, and he moved from Bournemouth to Liverpool. 46.9 million euros. Yeah, Polino, how do you think Kerkez is going to do for Liverpool?
I would also throw him. I would throw him probably top of solid.
Okay,
Towards
okay.
the top.
fair, fair. What about you, Mr. Reguilon? How do you think this young little Brexit lad's going to do for Liverpool?
I want to say a top of solid.
Okay.
Lower world class, top of solid.
I agree as well too. I'm gonna say he's gonna do pretty solid for Liverpool. If he calms down a little bit, starts getting booked, then I believe he'll do pretty decent. So I'm gonna put him after Gittins, I believe. So yeah, could be good. Actually, after Full Tomato. All right, cool. Okay, on to the next one. I'm gonna let you answer this one first, Mr. Reguinho. Alejandro Garnacho going from Manchester United to Chelsea for 46.2 million euros. How do you think Alejandro Garnacho is going to do for Chelsea?
Man has a point to prove, and I think he's gonna do everything to prove it. That's why he
Okay.
went to Chelsea. World class.
Wow.
If
Okay.
anything, legendary. No, not legendary, not yet. World class. He's still really
Okay.
young and naive. Yeah.
Fair? No, fair. Okay, Mr. Polino, what about you, mate? Alejandro Garnacho going from Manchester United to Chelsea.
Honestly, I think he'll be all right.
Mhm.
I don't think he's going to get in over Bino Gittins and or João Pedro if he ends up playing on the left. And I think Pedro Neto is also ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, I believe he'll be solid. I'm going to put him in the middle right there. I believe he'll be solid. So I'm going to throw him. I'm going to throw him after. Yeah, Full Tomato. I'll throw him after Full Tomato. Okay. Lovely. All right. Lovely. Next player is indeed Jacob Ramsey. Lovely signing from Aston Villa to Newcastle for 45.15 million euros. What you saying, Mr. Reguinho, Jacob Ramsey?
He played for Aston Villa. Give me 1 sec.
Correct, yeah. He did decent for them. That's why he got the move to the nice little club of Newcastle.
Jacob,
Yeah.
but he's injured right now. Oof.
Yeah.
Ankle injury. That's a yikes.
You would know.
Yeah. Oh, he's a winger. I think he can be solid. I think he can play with Newcastle's system
Okay.
and make some stuff work. Have
All
some
right.
pizzazz.
Oh, I like that word. Beautiful. Mr. Polino, what about you, mate? What you thinking for Mr. Jacob Ramsey going to Newcastle from Aston Villa?
I think he'll be all right.
I believe he'll be alright too. I'm gonna believe because he will get minutes, so I'm gonna put him in front of Mr. Opinda. So yeah, it looks like all the black and white checkered teams are in the solid. Alright, that's okay. We move on. Okay, next is Franco Mastan. How do you say his name? Mastantuano. Someone please help me. Franco
Mastantuano.
Mastantuano. Oh, okay, cool.
Mastantuano, yep.
Mastantuano. That's a cool name. Okay, Mr. Polino, the La Liga man. What you thinking for Franco Marcelo going from River Plate to Real Madrid for 45 million euros? How do you think he's going to do for Madrid?
I think he could actually end up being legendary.
What? Oh, how old is he? He's 18. He's 18.
17, I think.
He's 18.
Might be 18 now.
18.
Wow. Okay. What about you, Mr. Virginio?
He was born in 2007. What was I doing in 2007?
Playing
I was in
with
middle
your
school.
footballs.
No, I didn't really play until I got to like high school, high school, and then I didn't play competitively till I got to college.
How are you?
As a winger though,
Is he a winger?
I think Yeah, he's a right wing.
Oh wow.
His
Okay,
main
you're right.
position is right wing.
Okay. What'd
He's
you
a
say, man?
left footed. He's an inverted winger. Okay, so I think he can be world class, if not world class, legendary.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe he will be world class. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there because Madrid is such a big. Because like you never know, he could be like put out of the pecking order for Madrid. So, but
Sure. He is currently starting over Rodrigo, by the way.
oh my god, actually,
Yeah, but
he's already.
Rodrigo, I'm not sure why Rodrigo hasn't
Well, I
started.
don't
To be
think. Also,
honest,
I don't think Xabi Alonso likes Rodrigo, or at
No
least.
shit.
yeah, I don't think so.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot. Do, but
Even
do
though
we
he just got a contract extension, I think, or a new contract.
But the thing is, do we think he's going to be as good as Vinny? Because Vinny, I'd say he's legendary for Madrid. So that's kind of
I
I'm trying
think
to compare.
so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Sorry to cut you off. You
No, no,
can go
no.
ahead.
I think he'll be world class. I haven't seen much of him, so I can't really say anything. But I'm gonna say world class. But since you guys said legendary, both of you said legendary, I'm gonna put him at the end of legendary. Is that fair for both of you?
Hmm.
Yeah. You know what? Put him above Frimpong.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we don't like defenders,
Damn. What'd you say?
especially fullbacks.
Okay. Fair. No defenders bad. They never win anything. Okay, lovely stuff. Okay, next is indeed Ryan Cherki going from Lyon to Manchester City for 36.5 million euros. So, Mr. Reguinho, how do you think Ryan Cherki is going to do for Manchester City? Interesting.
Man City, he's injured, but did he start any matches?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think he can be world class. I think Pep Ball is one of the best systems out there right now.
Mhm. Okay.
He's definitely going to try to get the best out of him. So I think he's going to be world class, top of
Okay.
world class.
Fair. Fair. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Cherki for Manchester City. What you thinking? What you putting for the stocks of this young lad? How old is he? 21?
He might be 22 or 23. Ooh,
I'm on transfer
I
market.
want to say world class, but like maybe like middle of it, around Joao
22.
Pedro.
Okay. I believe as well too. He's such a beautifully tactical minded player. So yeah, I'm gonna put him. What are we saying, lads? Behind, in front of João Pedro. Cunha's still there, so that's interesting.
I think Joao Pedro is going to have a better career than him at Chelsea.
Okay, fair, fair. All right, lovely. On to the next player. Let's get into it. Is indeed another Juventus man, Jonathan David, going from a nice little. He went from Marseille. Is that correct?
Lille.
Lille. Oh yeah, Lille.
Lil.
Juventus on a free transfer.
On
we
a
saying
free
about-
transfer is wild,
Yep.
by the way.
What are we saying about this player, Mr. Reguinho? I'll let you talk first.
As a striker, he started a couple games already. So he's already solid. World class. He kind of still needs to prove himself.
Yep.
And with Tudor preferring Vlahovic over him, even though he has started him over Vlahovic, I think he can be bottom world class.
Okay, fair, fair. What are you, Mr. Paulinho? What you thinking for Jonathan David for Juventus? The Mr. Canadian man?
Wait, where did you guys put him?
Reguinho
thinking-
put him at the bottom of world class.
Okay, I was thinking like towards the. I was thinking solid personally.
Yeah. I'm putting solid as well too, because behind Dusan Vlahovic it's gonna be tough, but he's such a great player, David. So I'm gonna put him at the I'm gonna put him in front of Hugo Ekitike. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, what you got anything to say?
This is Vlahovic's contract year as well, so there's every chance Vlahovic leaves and he takes over.
True. But if that does happen, then you never know what he can do for Juventus. So that's why.
True.
Okay, Rodrigo, I'll let you do the final one. What you thinking? Solid, bottom of solid, top of world class.
Mm. There's also the factor that Vlahovic, every time he's gone subbed in, he scored at least 1 or 2 goals or assisted.
Hmm.
Over Jonathan David, who has started.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Solid.
Okay. I'll put him at the top of solid. I think that's fair. Okay. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, I have to adjust this again to make it look very nice for all of us. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Doing a little song right now. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Still adjusting. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. Okay, cool. All right. The next person is indeed Mateus Fernandez, going from a nice little team that I don't know. It's okay. To West Ham United for 44 million. Okay. So Mateus Fernandez, this lovely guy right here, bottom. What do you think, Mr. Reguinho? How do you think he's going to do for West Ham United? It's a big transfer fee. 44 million.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
solid. I think he will be solid.
Okay, fair. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Mateus Fernandez for West Ham United? I mean, he might just like move on to a better team, but if he does well for West Ham, kind of what happens. Kudus as well too, example.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a crazy amount about him, TBH. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Okay. I'm gonna put him in the he will be all right as well too. So I mean, like I said, we don't as well watch him as much from what he did, but if he does good stuff for West Ham, then that'd be great. Because Kudus, I would definitely clarify he's a world class for West Ham United. Maybe even I wouldn't say legend, but he did help them win as well too, trophy. So if he does the same for, I'm gonna put him in solid, the back of solid. I'm gonna put him at the back of solid. So yeah, very good. Okay, lovely stuff. Next one is indeed Omari Hutchinson, going from Ipswich Town to Nottingham Forest, 43.4 million euros. Mr. Reguinho, how do you think that Omari Hutchinson is going to do for the nice little Nottingham Forest? Great player.
What position does he play?
He is an attacking midfielder, like a Cam.
Ooh, okay.
Indeed.
That's a lot of responsibility and pressure.
Definitely.
But based on his stats, when he played in Ipswich,
Mm-hmm. He was
32 games.
He was a great player. He was a great player.
Oh, he played for Chelsea. He was in the academy.
Yes, he was.
Okay, he's a left-footed young player. Solid. I think mid-solid.
Okay, fair. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? Omari Hutchinson going to Nottingham Forest. Forest team looking good.
I'll say solid.
Love that. I believe he will be as well too solid. So I'm gonna put him after Nicholas Jackson. So yeah, nice little transfer. Okay, next is indeed Dango Ouattara, going from, I don't know where he came from, but going to Brentford on a nice little 42.8 million euro fee. Mr. Paulinho, what you thinking for Ouattara going to Brentford? I know we probably don't know as much about him, but
Ouattara, Dango Ouattara, he should be. I think he'll be solid and maybe towards the end approach world class.
Wow. Okay.
The system.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Reguinho? Ouattara?
He came from Bournemouth? Bournemouth?
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Did he come from?
Bournemouth. Yeah. He actually performed pretty well there. I think he's gonna be mid solid table.
Okay.
He's a
I'm gonna.
left winger. He can play striker and right wing.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Brentford. He could do good there. I'm gonna say solid. I believe he'll be solid. Kind of like a Visa as well too type, but different players. So I'm gonna put him ahead of because I believe he will start. So I'm gonna put him ahead of Nicholas Jackson. Okay, cool. We're almost done, guys. Dan Ndoye going from another team to Nottingham Forest for 42 million euros. What are we saying about this one, Mr. Reguilon? Don't know much about this player, but going from Nottingham Forest, nice little signing.
And Doi.
I believe he maybe came from Basel in Switzerland, but might be wrong.
He came from
Let me
Bologna.
see.
Bologna, oh, close enough.
That is definitely close.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. What are we saying about this one?
I think I don't really know too much about him, but I have hopes since he's a younger player. He's 24 years old. He's 6 foot. Yeah, no, he's gonna be solid.
Okay, okay. What about you, Mr. Polino? You do know about him from Bologna, Mr. Ndoye. What do you think he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
do?
think he'll be solid.
Okay. I believe he'll be sold as well too. So I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him at. I'm gonna put him behind Cisco. Fair little shot. Fair little shot. Okay, lovely. Next is the Tyler Dibling, going from, I believe it is Southampton to Everton. I might be wrong though. But yes, for 40.5 million, the 19-year-old. This guy has huge potential for Everton. So yeah, Mr. Polino, how do you think Tyler Dibling is going to do for Everton? Everton's cooking the signings as of late. So how do you think this little lad's going to do?
I'm sure he'll be solid as well.
Okay. Mr. Polino, or JK LMFAO. Mr. Reguinho, how do you think Tyler Dibling is going to do?
I have a biased preference for inverted wingers
Mm-hmm.
because I play as an inverted winger. I think he's
Yummy.
gonna be solid.
I think he's going to be world class for Everton. I'm just thinking for Everton what he's going to do, and I think he's going to do mad things for them. So, because Grealish is there as well too, so that'd be amazing for them too. So,
Grealish is gonna be his mentor.
Men. Okay,
They're
well,
gonna go out for drinks after.
possibly. So yeah, I'm gonna put him just like of like impact of the club. I believe I'm gonna put him above. Yeah. I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him after Gittins. I think that's a fair shot. That's a fair shot. Okay, lovely. On to the next one. Noni Madueke going from Chelsea to Arsenal for 56 million euros. Mr. Reguinho, what you want to say for the Mandem? How do you think he's going to do for Arsenal?
I actually like him as a player a lot. I think he's gonna be solid at most, world class. I can see a world where he performs and leaves it all on the field for Arsenal. It
Yep.
just depends on his work ethic.
Okay. Yep. Very true. Mr. Polino, Noni Madueke coming from Chelsea to Arsenal. What do you think for this one? Tough.
For this one, I think solid, I guess.
Yeah. I think he will be all right because there's so much competition in Arsenal as well too. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So I'm gonna put him. So I'm gonna put him end of solid. I think that's fair. So yeah, nice little end of solid. Okay, next one is indeed Jean-Claire Todibo going to West Ham for 40 million from I believe Marseille, but I may be wrong. But yes, yeah.
From Nice.
Nice. Oh, it's a French team. I got it close. Okay, Polino, what are you saying for Todibo? How do you think he's gonna do for West Ham? as a center back, big man.
I think he's gonna do solid.
Okay, good. Mr. Reguinho, how do you think he's gonna do for West Ham?
As a center back, I think he can be solid. He can be a solid center back.
Okay, I as well believe he could be a solid center back as well too. World class? I don't know, maybe. Well, that just depends on how long he stays there. So, yeah, I'm gonna put him. No. I'm gonna put him above Ndui. Yeah, love that. Okay, cool. On to the next one is indeed Mr. Lucas Chevalier, going from Lille to Paris Saint-Germain for 40 million euros. The nice goalkeeper, first team keeper for PSG. Okay, Mr. Reguinho, how do you think Mr. Chevalier is going to do for PSG in the long term?
Came from Lille.
Lille.
He's their first keep, so that's already a huge pressure, especially after the big spot Gigi left.
Yep.
Solid at most, world class.
Okay. Sure. All right, Mr. Paulinho, what are you saying for Lucas Chevalier? I know this
Yeah,
one.
I think like middle top of solid. He didn't have the best. Well, his first big game wasn't the best, but I think he will recover his little form soon.
Yeah, can only get better. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I believe he'll be solid as well too. So I'm gonna put him, especially for PSG. I'm gonna put him above Marcus Rashford. Yeah, above Marcus Rashford. Okay, lovely. On to the next one. Kevin, coming from Shakhtar Donetsk to Fulham for 40 million euros. Nice little one. Mr. Paulinho, what you think of Kevin, the Brazilian? I know they love signing Brazilians over there in Eastern Europe. So
I'm sure he will be amazing. Put him legendary.
Brother. It's for
Put him
fun.
in solid.
Sure. Mr. Reguinho, what you think for Kevin? Home Alone. Wow.
Kevin, what position does he play?
He plays a nice little left winger.
And he's in PSG?
No, Fulham. Close enough.
Oh, Fulham. Close enough, yeah. I think he can be world class.
Okay. Wow. For Fulham. Fair. For Fulham.
For Fulham, I think he can be world class.
Okay. No, fair.
Especially because he's Brazilian. He's got that DNA in him.
Yep, he's replacing Willian. So I believe I think he could be world class for them, but I think solid. I honestly think solid because it's Fulham and it's your players that push you as much as they can. So we will see. If he goes to a different team, maybe could be put up more. But at the moment, Fulham, I'm gonna put him at world class, and I'm gonna put him just behind Dibbling. Yeah, fair. Okay, next is indeed Mr. Liam Delap, going from a nice little Brighton to Ipswich Town to Chelsea for 35.5 million euros. Okay, Mr. Reguinho, what you saying for Liam Delap? Going from Ipswich Town to Chelsea. How do you think he's going to do for Chelsea? He's injured right now.
It's so hard because Chelsea has such they can field a team each week and it'll be a different team.
Very true.
I think he's gonna be solid. I don't know if he's gonna get any minutes.
Okay, fair. Mr. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Mr. Liam Delap going to Chelsea. Ipswich Town, Ed Sheeran team.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. Like he'll be around Voltemata and solid, in my opinion.
Okay, fair. No, that's a good shot. I'm gonna agree with that. I hate to follow the crowd like always, but yeah, I agree with that as well too. So I'm gonna put him just above Nick Voltemade. Right next to Gittins, his friend. Okay, cool. All right, next is a good one, lads. Gianluigi Donnarumma going from PSG to Manchester City for 30 million euros. Mr. Polino, what you saying for this one? The big man, the big Italian man that smells probably like bruschetta. I don't know.
Say it again.
What?
Say it again.
The big Italian man that smells like bruschetta. Bruschetta.
No, the person's name, the player's name.
Oh, Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Oh, Donnarumma.
Yes.
Okay. Bottom world class. I don't think he's going to be as good as he was at PSG, personally.
Wow. Okay,
I
sure.
don't think it suits him as well.
Okay, fair. Mr. Reginho, what you saying for Gianluigi Donnarumma?
I think he can be legendary.
Okay.
As a keep, yeah, I think he can be legendary.
I think he can be. I think he would be. I'm trying to compare him to Edison and what he did for Pep's Man City. So, that's so hard. That is so hard. I believe he can be world class, but I'm gonna throw him kind of towards the top end of world class. So, yeah, I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him behind Eucharist. I think that's fair. I hope. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. On to the last one, lads. Well, number 50. Victor Boniface going from Bayer Leverkusen to Werder Bremen. Supposed to go to AC Milan, but went on a loan to Werder Bremen. So, what can he do for Werder Bremen, and what can he affect their history? Mr. Regino, what do you think for Mr. Victor Boniface?
Give him legendary. He's gonna tear it up over there.
Okay. I believe you. Is that your actual...
No, yeah, I think so. I think he
Okay.
can make himself a name over there.
Okay. Love that. Mr. Polino, what about you, mate? Victor Boniface? How do you think he's going to do?
Bremen?
To
Bremen?
Yeah, Werder Bremen.
I'll say solid.
Okay, well, a big difference. I believe he could be world class for Werder Bremen. Just for if he's there for a season, I think he could do world class. So I'm going to put him at the end of world class. It's fair. Very fair. Well, everybody, that is indeed the tier list for the top 50 most expensive transfers. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and list the people here. So the legendaries we have. He will be legendary. Florian Wirtz, Mr. Victor... Oh, JK, not Victor Boniface. Mr. Victor Osimhen, and Mr. Mascherano. How do you say his name? I can never, for the life of me, say this guy's name. If you can help me out, Mr. Rino. His name is... Who's the Real Madrid player?
Mastantuano?
Yes, Mastantuano, yes. And Mr. Jermaine Frimpong for Liverpool. Love that. Okay. He will be world class. Who's the world class? It is Alexander Isak, Dean Huijsen, Zubamendi, Reinders, Gyökeres, Donnarumma, this lovely man who plays for Atletico Madrid that I know his name so much, but I just forget sometimes because I'm just a little boy. JK, that's weird. I don't know why I said that. Baena. And then Luis Diaz, Matheus Cunha, João Pedro, Ryan Cherki, Rembemo, Eze, Kudus, Javi Simmons, Stavio. Who's the guy for Real Madrid? It is
Carreras.
Carreras. I love that. Estavao and Mr. Victor Boniface. Yeah, who will be solid? It is Openda. It is the nice man from PSG that, of course, I know his name because I am an amazing football fan. It is indeed the man, the myth, the legend. Zabrani. And it is Alexander Arnold, Hugo Ekitike, Lucas Chevier, Marcus Rashford, Tyler Dibling, Kevin, Mr. Gittins, Leon Delap, Voltemade, Garnacho, Gerkez, Antina Langa, Sesko, Toledo, Indoi, and this lad, I forgot his name again. I love his name. He is such a cool man because I know his name all the time. I say his name through my sleep, actually, if you didn't know that. Hincapié for Arsenal. And then it is indeed the next one, Mr. Visa. Ethan Omari Hutchinson, and then this lovely lad that is playing for Brentford. That again, I know his name. Why are you all trying to judge me? Oturara. And then it is Nicholas Jackson. And then the next one is indeed this lovely man from West Ham. And of course I know his name because he's a West Ham player and he's such a class player. And I think about him every day. Mateus Fernandes for West Ham. And then Noni Madueke. And onto the He Will Be Alright section. Jacob Ramsey and Opinia. Oh yeah, Jonathan Day was at the end of Solid. JK, I mean. And then the We Will Forget section. Sadly, it is the Saudis over here that did get a part of that. It is indeed Mateo Retegui and Mr. Darwin Nunez at the very bottom. And I love Nunez. He's holding up an L. Okay, lovely stuff. Yeah, that was indeed the nice tier list. Okay, good stuff. Love that. Well, everybody, that was indeed the show. Hope you liked that little tier list episode. Sorry it took quite a bit, but wanted to get the top 50 most expensive signings in the transfer window of the summer. But yes, everybody, I hope you liked the show. And yeah, Mr. Reginio, thank you for joining on. And yes, it was fun. Alejandro Garnacho, I hope he does the best for Chelsea.
I actually hope so too. I think he has a grudge against not United, but the fact that they treated him the way they did.
Honestly, very true. A lot of players like that. So hopefully we can see the best from him. But yes, everybody, thank you so much for watching the show. Make sure watching on everything on TikTok, Instagram Reel, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Obviously, watch us on your beard because everybody has a beard if you just look closely. Okay, well, that was weird. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it.
That is true. That is true.
Thank you. Make sure you share it. But as we say in the show, with the show, in 3, 2, 1, repeat after me. 1. Love. Football.
Football.
Thank you for watching and bye bye.